So Jess Sasaki's team came out and responded to some reports about his condition, and the president of his gym spoke out and said that he was basically back at home, but he had lost memory of basically the last month and a half, and didn't know that the match had been decided. Uh, just a lot of different things. It sounded like he got a concussion, but more than that, you know what I'm saying, as far as not being able to remember the last month and a half of what's going on. I don't even know if he remembered that the fight got made. We know that he don't remember that the fight happened because he don't remember the last month and a half. So that's the craziest part about what I've heard. But it's a lot of different things going on with him and Brian Norman Jr. Brian Norman Jr. is basically just floating right now with a viral knockout over Sasaki. And that was a good showing for him. But for Sasaki to be in this condition, he got to have a checkup tomorrow and go back to the hospital. But he already been released. But this is crazy to actually see though that he doesn't remember the last month and a half. Am I surprised? No. And the worst part about this is, uh, this is probably the best case scenario because a lot more things could have went worse with him taking a shot like that. A lot of people haven't seen a knockout like that before, especially with a guy being knocked out before he touched the ground. We've seen some devastating ones like Luis Alberto Lopez last year, with Angelo Leo. We've seen Joshua Dubois. We've seen some pretty bad knockouts. But this one right here was definitely take the cake because there's no way something like that's supposed to happen. And, in a fight like that, they had to put the stretcher out immediately to get him in the back. Even though I heard that he was conscious once he got to the back, he waved to the crowd, they say. Didn't see much of that, but that's what reports say. And doesn't sound like he was in a super bad condition, but to forget the last month and a half, that's definitely something that has to be checked out. And he actually asked to have to go back tomorrow. He got to go back to the hospital tomorrow, and they're going to find out what's wrong with him. Or if anything is wrong, just to make sure, he's not having any kind of internal bleeding, something serious like that. But yeah, man, the sport of boxing is definitely serious. It's not a game. Brian Norman Jr. came out and the performance he had, it was something that surprised a lot of people, but I definitely wasn't surprised. This dude is one of the best I've seen. And for him to get a knockout like that over Sasaki, a lot of fighters are not going to want to get in the ring with him. They'll say what they want, but you don't want to get in the ring with a guy who just made somebody forget a month and a half of basically their life in boxing. That's pretty crazy. But concussions, everything happen like that. But that's all I got, man. Like and subscribe.